Here's one sign of how desperate the Albanese government now is and how dirty it will fight to survive. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke has rushed through huge citizenship ceremonies so that new immigrants can vote in time for this election, clearly expecting them to vote Labor. In fact, Burke personally hosted 3 big ceremonies over the weekend to turn 4,500 immigrants into citizens at Sydney's Olympic Park, all done near several marginal seats that Labor must hold. All with Burke presiding and other Labor MPs also there. Plus, Labor's candidate for the seat, the marginal seat of Fowler, Dai. Someone who wasn't there, who wasn't invited, she says, was the actual member for Fowler, independent MP Dai Le, who joins me now. Look, great to see you, Dai Le, but Tony Burke, he at first seemed to suggest he had invited you, had even done so during a private chat with you. Is that true?
No, and I've been saying that. Good evening, Andrew. Great to be in your program again. I've been speaking, as you know, all day into media. I don't know why the minister would say that when it's actually not the truth. I obviously, look, the citizenship ceremony is a very important moment. And, you know, I have become an Australian citizen myself. And I just want us to really focus at how important this significant day is for many new Australians who, you know, giving a pledge to our country and allegiance to Australia. So it has become such a political, you know, the minister politicises, the Labor Party politicises this. So this was the whole issue. And then I found at the end that, you know, I was not invited. And when they said that I was invited, so that's where the whole thing started, because they said that they invited me when actually there was no invitation. Now, if they invited me, please show me the invitation, because my office never received that invitation in the first place. And then to say that at the Liverpool citizenship ceremony, which was held last week, where I met with the minister, who then said that, oh, he said it to me in conversation. No, it never took place. Now, why would I lie as somebody who is new in this? I am my word. I don't make things up. Now, for somebody like the minister who's been in this game for decades, they're the people that are actually more likely to say things that would take, you know, would create, make things up. In this case, he did. He made the things up that he said to me. He apparently reported that he asked me to be at this Homebush citizenship during that conversation. No, he never did. If he did, I would say so.
I think he's the one with the backside to cover. So I tend to follow your theory there of who had most to gain by not telling the truth. The Prime Minister today claimed there was actually no need to invite you. So it seems they are shifting ground here. There wasn't any need to invite you anyway. They invited your opponent, the Labor opponent. No need to invite you, since the Olympic Stadium where these ceremonies were held, or Homebush, isn't even in your electorate. Here is the Prime Minister.
This is a complete non-story. This was a big citizenship ceremony in Homebush, which is in the electorate of Reid. Nowhere else, the electorate of Reid. Not even next to Fowler.
So is the Prime Minister right? There was no need to invite you, although it did invite your Labor opponent.
Well, can I say, if there's no need to invite me, it wasn't outside of my electorate. Well, the member for Werriwa was there, and so was the member for Bennelong, so was the member for Parramatta. Now, that's not in their, you know, electorate either. So, and then, as you mentioned, the candidate, and she's not even, you know, she's the endorsed Labor candidate for Fowler, and she's not a candidate yet because they haven't called an election yet. So, in the citizenship ceremony code, you're supposed to, he must invite the sitting member and of any political party. So that's in the citizenship ceremonies code. They obviously did not adhere to that code. So I think the Prime Minister obviously is covering something there by saying that it's not within my electorate. Well, other Labor MPs were there. So why wasn't I there? It's not about me, first of all.
Oh, it's so obvious. Every local Labor MP there, and you weren't. Well, how about that, Dai Le? Thank you so much indeed. What a scandal. It's disgusting.